Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tip number 3 today. Welcome to today's session. I'm going to take another 15 to 20 minutes to go through tip number 3 today for you guys. Um, I hope you enjoyed tip number 1 and tip number 2. Tip number 1 was, 2 days ago about doubling money exercise. I hope you're enjoying. Today, you're supposed to have had 400 ringgit to spend. Yesterday's one, tip number 2 was about the 17 seconds focus and why it's so important that you got to be focused on your focused on focused on your goals and dreams. Yeah. Today I'm going to be connecting tip number 2 to tip number 3. Now, tip number 2 was about being focused. So a lot of people were a bit concerned about the focus part because they know they've got their dreams and they've got things to write and focus, but then they were also a bit concerned because throughout the day they are not focused, right? So it's just focusing 17 seconds at a certain point in time. So today's talk is about something called a clarity and contrast worksheet. Okay, let me explain about how that works. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, let me explain how that clarity and contrast worksheet works. Now, it's very important for you to understand that clarity and contrast worksheet is based on us always looking at the contrast of a life as compared to clarity of what we are going through in life. That's the problem with us. Yeah. So that's why the situation arises, because we are looking at more on contrast. So let me explain. Throughout the day, a lot of us are thinking of negative things. Okay, I have tell you that. I mean, you might be writing affirmations saying positive things, and you might have vision boards saying positive things, but throughout the day it will be like a lot of negative things, like I don't want to be poor, I don't have stress, my boss is an idiot, my wife gives me a lot of stress, or my children are like this, or my husband is like that. Oh my God, I'm worried I'm going to get COVID. So throughout the day, what happens on a daily basis is that we tend to have a lot of stress. Okay, and law of attraction is something you need to understand, that you need to be always clear about what you want, and you need to always look at going downstream, not upstream. Let me explain. See, a river will come from the hill, right from the hill, and then joins into the ocean, into the sea. So the river is coming down. That means the flow of water is, as it comes down, goes into the sea. So that's called downstream. Very easy. So if you're on a boat, you're rowing. If you're going downstream, senang saja, just it'll go into the sea. But if you're going uphill, that means you're going against it. It's called you're going upstream, not downstream. So it's always good to go downstream. So when you go, it's just like on a bicycle or a cycle. When you're going down the hill, it's so much easier than going up the hill. Correct? Okay. So in law of attraction, if on a daily basis you're always going upstream, always fighting against it, going against the current, going against the tide, you're going up, you'll always have difficulty in life, and you'll always find money not there, happiness not there, stress is there, and all that, because you're always fighting. You're not learning to go downstream. And today the topic is about how to go downstream, how to create that kind of a flow in your life that you are flowing with the water and going down. It's so much easier to achieve your goals. Now, a lot of us tend to think that the goals we want to achieve is because, my I went and saw the palmies, I went and see the astrologer, I'm wearing this ring, or my numerology, my name, whatever number is not right, or the stars and the moon are not aligned, whatever it is. But I think it is important for you to understand that many of those things are known as area beyond your control. You can't change a line in a palm. My brother, one of my nephews a long time ago, I told him to look at a business, and he came to me and said, Uncle, according to the palmies, and the line is not deep enough. Since it's not deep enough, he said I shouldn't do business. So I said, you bring me a pen knife, I'll make it deep for you, so you can do a business, you see. So people tend to have this kind of a thing. I'm not here against any of those things, but I have learned that I'm born with a fate, but this destiny is what I create. Okay, so the clarity and contrast worksheet, okay, is where you need to understand the difference between what you call contrast and clarity. Contrast is things that are against you. Okay. Now, a lot of time in life, we always think about things we don't want. For example, or even for the matter, I think even during my session the other time, last Saturday, I spoke about how when you tell children, don't run, they'll run. You say, you tell, what do you call it? Don't climb the tree, they'll climb the tree. If they carry a glass of water, you say, don't drop it, they'll drop it. You tell the children, don't play with the phone. That's when they say, yeah, where's the phone? And they look for the phone, because the brain doesn't understand the word don't. It only knows what's behind it, next to it. So, for example, if I were to tell all of you, close your eyes, every one of you, close your eyes, because a lot of you new people watching who didn't see my last session. Close your eyes, and I say, don't think of a white elephant wearing red boots. A white elephant wearing red boots. Don't think of it. Don't think of it. Don't think of it. Open your eyes. What did you see? I'm sure all of you saw a white elephant wearing red boots. I said, don't think, right? Okay, so bringing that to our current life, what do you do on a daily basis when you get up? I don't want to be stressed. Oh my God, I don't want to be sick. Oh my God, I don't want to be fat. Oh my God, I don't want to be poor. Oh my God, I don't want to have so much of debts. Oh my God. So everything is, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want this. I hate my boss, I hate my spouse, I hate my children, I hate my mother-in-law. So it's always negativity, I hate this, I don't like that. So this is called contrast. This is called going upstream. You must change it. Actually, you don't have to go and, change your spouse or change your mother-in-law or change your children. You're going to change your job. No, you just need to change the way you think. And a lot of things will start happening to you, because you'll go downstream. And going downstream this is the exercise you could do. Yeah. So what all of you need to do is, if you can, please do this with me now. Take a piece of paper, A4 paper, and draw a straight line in the middle. Okay. So you divide it into half, and then right on top, put a line for heading, because I'm going to ask you to write something at the top. Okay. Can you do that? Take a piece of paper, all of you. Yeah. Give you 30 seconds. Get a piece of paper, draw a line. I hope all of you, every time you come on for the next 11 days, I'm going to give 14 tips for 14 days. Somebody was asking me, Mr. Katsi, what will happen after that? Okay, the good news is this: after the 14th day, I'm going to be with you another 1 week to do question and answer session. Okay, so I'm going to continue to this answer questions. So we've got a lot of questions. After the 14 days, I want to see how you all have done, and then I'm going to do every day 8:30. I'm going to have a Q&A session for about half an hour to answer your question, and make sure every one of you is able to do this 14 tips and achieve great success in life. Now, I also want to tell you, these are just tips. That's why I spent only 15 minutes. You also need to know that I have a paid program. I've got a 99 ringgit program for law of attraction, and it's only 99 ringgit. You've got 8 modules. Each module is 1.5 hours, and each module has got exercises at the end for you to become very, very successful. There's even one module which I'll tell you, and I think module 6, or module 7, where how to become financially free within the next 3 years. That's in that part of that 8 modules, So it's only 99 ringgit. So if you're interested, just revert back to me, send me FB Messenger or WhatsApp me. I will send you, tell you how to pay 99 ringgit sign up. But anyway, coming back to the tips. So that's why this is called a tip. Tips means some of it I cover in the 8 weeks. Some of it is very new for some of you. Okay, so I'm going to do it now. Right, so coming back, so A4 paper, draw a line, so cross it over, and then right on top put a heading. Now, the heading on the left-hand side, put there, what I don't want, or in bracket put there, contrast. This is the negative. What I don't want, in bracket put the contrast. On the right-hand side, put there, what do I want? What I want. And in brackets, you put there, clarity. That means this is what I want. Clarity means this is what I want. Contrast means this is what I don't want. Okay, so I repeat. A4 paper, draw one line, put a heading, left-hand side, what I don't want, contrast, right-hand side, what I want, and I put that clarity. Okay, so what I want you to do it at home. I'm going to give you some example now, but go back and do it. You all at home, sorry. Oops. You all at home, right? Do it, yeah? At home, don't need to go back. You're at home, so do it. But do it later. So what you want to do is on the clarity, on the contrast side, I want you to write down all the things you don't want. Write down, okay, write down all this you don't want. For example, I wrote down some things like, I don't want to be poor. You can write down with me, if you want to. I don't want to be poor. I don't want to have so much of debts. I don't want to be fat. Okay. I don't want to get sick all the time. I'm always sick. Okay. Or I got diabetic or blood pressure. Okay, I don't want to be sick. I hate people. I hate my spouse. I hate my boss. My children are naughty. My children give me a lot of stress. These are the examples, yeah? What else, yeah? My mother-in-law is a monster, my father-in-law, or my daughter-in-law is a monster, whatever. What I want you to write down, the I don't want is, what are the things you really don't like about your life? my house is too far from office, my salary is too low. All these are negative things. So basically, on the left hand side today, sit down and write as many things as possible that you feel are things you are not happy about in your life. So basically, that's what it is. It's not what I don't want only. It's about what are you not happy about in your life. You write on the left hand side. Is that clear? Write it down. Now, you want to write it today. After today, you are not going to look at it anymore already. I'll tell you why shortly. Yeah, because no use giving attention, energy, and focus on negative things. Is that clear? So write it down. Now what you do, for each one of the things you've written, you must write down what is it that you want in line with that. For example, you say, I don't want to be poor. Correct? First one is, I don't want to be poor. So what do you want? I want to have 50,000 in my bank account, or 100,000 in my bank account, or I want to be financially free. I want to have lots of money. I want my wallet to be always having lots of money. Positive things. Okay, so in contrast. Second one was, I don't want to have debts. So what do you write? I want to make sure I own my house fully paid for. I own my car fully paid for, and I've got extra money in the bank for me to buy whatever I want to buy. So what is it you want? So you can see the difference. So one is what you don't want. Third one, I don't want to be fat. So what do you want? What do you want? I want to be slim. I want to be trim. I want to be handsome. I want to be healthy. So what you need to do, this exercise, very easy exercise. You just need to write down on the right hand side everything that you want in life. I don't want to be sick. Now I always get sick, Mr. Kati. I don't want to be sick. So you put there, I'm at optimal health. I'm healthy. I'm very energized. I'm full of energy. I'm full of excitement. Maybe on the left hand side, wrote there, I'm always lazy. Or then now you write there, I'm very hardworking. On the left hand side, maybe you wrote there, I don't manage my time properly. Okay, or I always waste time, or I always procrastinate. Now on the right hand side, you write down there, I'm very careful with time. I manage my time very well. I value my time. I do. So you write it down. So going on, or like for example, I get stressed up easily with my spouse or my whatever. Then you put them, I'm so happy with my spouse. I'm so happy with my children. Remember this, when you write it and you do, I'm going to tell you what to do with it shortly. Yeah, you'll find everything will change, because the universe will start giving you whatever you think of. Whatever you give attention, energy, and focus will come. I think I've told you many times, even during my talk, I say, if you read the book, the Science of Getting Rich, it says that when you tell the universe what you want again and again and again, the universe will actually give it to you. But the problem with you is this. When you did yesterday's exercise for 17 seconds, you think of the car. 17 seconds, you think of the house. Very good. But then after that, you shout at your children, shout at your husband, shout at your wife, you shout at the boss, and then you're busy, you are watching TV and thinking, how to pay this, how to pay that. You see, so you are, 10 minutes of focus, and then you got 24 hours of negativity, or 23 hours of negativity. Cannot lie. So you got to remember that, yeah. So continue to write. So you say, my mother-in-law, this problem. So now what do you want? So basically, my friends, what you need to do is very simple. Yeah? On the left hand side is whatever you don't like. So you don't really need to write all that first, but I suggest you write, because this is your daily conversation anyway. I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this person, I don't like that person. You write it down. On the right hand side, you write everything positive to regards to what you wrote negatively. Write it positively. And then what you need to do is that clarify and add anything else. Add anything else means, I'm so happy that I've got a BMW, 3 Series, blue color. I'm so happy that I live in a beautiful bungalow house, fully paid for. What is it that you want? So basically, it's an exercise where you write down what is it that you want. Now, if you follow through my program on Law of Attraction, I always talk about something called writing an affirmation, writing 16 times a day. That is something you got to do. See, our life is, you must understand, our brain, our subconscious mind, has been programmed to be very negative, look at everything negative, look at everything like cannot get, because we read too many newspapers, we watch too much of news, we listen to too many people, we look at too many social media items about how other people are doing better than you, and how if you are this gender, you cannot succeed, if you're this race, you cannot succeed, if this religion, you cannot succeed, if this educated, you cannot succeed. Your teachers will tell you why you're so stupid, your parents will tell you how come you're so stupid compared. So we come into this all kind of negativity. I'm telling you today, you have a soul, you have an inner child that can totally change you if you start communicating with that. And how you do that is, you need to do this clarity and contrast worksheet. Okay? So take time, sit down, do the whole thing. Everything must be positive. Everything is, I want I want this, or I'm happy I have this, or doesn't matter. Don't worry, present tense, whatever. Don't worry about it. Sometimes people text me, Mr. Kati, must it be in present tense? Mr. Kati, don't worry. Just what is it that you want? Okay. I would like to be living in this house, or I am living in this. It doesn't matter. Just write down what is it that you want. I want a big bungalow house. Fine. You can use the word one. Doesn't matter. It's only affirmations. You need to write it in as if you have achieved it. But this is not an affirmation. This is a clarity and contrast worksheet. It's a different thing. Yeah. So once you've done that, done the worksheet, okay, done the worksheet, then what you need to do, you take it up, and only the positive things you take it up and you keep it separately. The part about negative, which means you've got a paper, one side is all contrast can. You tear it, throw it away. You don't need any more already. You only take this one. Of course, now because of MCA, you cannot go out. But what you should do is type it out, write it out, put properly, or laminate it and read it every day. And whenever you can. You can keep one in your car, take out and read it whenever you can. So what now you're doing is on a many times in a day, you're going to take out this say and say, this is what I want. I want a car. Have clarity. I'm driving a BMW. I live in this house. I've got 10,000 in my bank account. I've got $1 million in my bank account. Don't worry about dates, nothing. This is to create a positive energy throughout your day and positive feeling that you are going to achieve a lot of things in life. You understand, Anna? So that is very, very important for you to understand. And it is so critical for you to know that when you read this again and again and again, sooner or later this will take over. Like I've told all of you, people say, if I drink coffee, I cannot sleep. If I drink coffee, I cannot sleep. If I drink coffee, I cannot sleep. I think I've told you this example that coffee has nothing to do with sleep. It's just that one day you couldn't sleep, and you think, why I couldn't sleep? Then you remember you drank coffee, and you say, oh, no wonder I couldn't sleep. So that becomes a programming. The next time you're drinking coffee, halfway, and you say, oh my God, I drank coffee today. Ayo, Daila, sure cannot sleep. Then you tell everybody, if I drink coffee, I cannot sleep. I drink coffee, I cannot sleep. I drink coffee, I cannot. And after a while, it becomes a program. And every time you drink coffee, you can't sleep because your subconscious mind has taken over. That's exactly what I'm telling you. If you read this, 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 you read this every day, whenever you can, how many times you want to read it, what actually happens is your subconscious mind will now bring this into your life. Is that clear? Now, tip number 4, tomorrow I'm going to talk to you about how to get rid of negative thought when it comes. So when you're reading this, sometimes negative thoughts pop up, right? So what can you do in order to stop this negative thought from coming to you anymore? That will be tip number 4. So you need to join me tomorrow. So with that, thank you very much. And God bless all of you. Be safe. I just want you to know that I'm enjoying doing these talks. I hope you are enjoying and you're benefiting from it. If there's anything you're not clear, you can always Facebook Messenger me. You can WhatsApp me if you have my number, because in the last program that I did on Saturday, I already given my contact number there. If you go to Facebook, you can see my contact number there. You can get in touch with me. But after the 14 days is over, after I've given all the tips, then I will spend a week and I will answer any questions you have. With that, thank you very much, everyone. Be safe, stay home. Yeah, take care. I'll see you tomorrow sharp at 8:30. Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.